Hey everyone. So it is currently 4:22 in the morning on June 24th, 2016. I kind of had this video planned for, not necessarily planned for a while, but I've been wanting to do a video for a while. I know I haven't updated my blog in forever, and while I couldn't figure out how to put the words in to describe where I'm at in life right now. But the reason I'm choosing to do this at this time in the morning, other than the fact that I'm up, let me just explain my morning thus far. Might get a little ooey for the boys, but I don't really care. So I'm asleep, finally. I'll explain that in a minute. 3:30 in the morning, wake up, period. Awesome. I don't have anything to deal with this, and I'm house sitting currently for boys and Lisa, and I wasn't going to dig through her bathroom looking for something, so there's nothing here that I know of anyway. And so, okay, that's fine, store, go to the store. My car won't start. Okay, alright, that's cool. That was to be expected, because I was having trouble yesterday. That's fine. Something I can deal with later on. Not a big deal. So I get in their car, because they said I could use it if I needed to, and this is kind of the definition of an emergency, right? No gas. But enough gas to get to the gas station. That's fine. So I get to the gas station, and I go in and, buy some tampons. Their pumps are broken, first of all, but I go in and buy some tampons, and I'm pretty sure these tampons, I mean, while it says 2011 on the packaging, I'm sure that they expired, like, in the 80s, like, I don't know how it's possible, but they're horrible, but anyway, I hate tampons to begin with. So, buy them, and then I drive to a different gas station, where the pumps actually do work, and, you know, put in 20 in the tank, because I'm gonna have to drive their car in an hour and a half anyway to get to work. But all of this has happened in about, well, less than an hour. I've been up for less than an hour dealing with all of this. And my week has been crazy, and I'll explain that also momentarily. But the crazy thing is, I'm not overwhelmed at all. Like, I'm not stressed out. I'm just kind of, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Got money. I can handle this. It's not a big deal. It's nothing that's gonna take me down or ruin my day or anything like that. Okay. Sorry. Had to take a brief intermission because I ran out of space on my camera because there were like 9 videos of me playing Grand Theft Auto for hours at a time. It was whatever. Anyway, they're really funny. Let's not work my way backwards. Let's start from the beginning. So the last time I blogged, according to this, I had hey, Izzy. Okay. The last time I blogged, according to this, I was talking about a tornado warning that was happening, and being at a friend's house. And I haven't updated really any of you on that situation at all. Not on the tornado situation. That's come and gone. It's Texas. But on my friend's situation. So, so like I said before, you know, it's currently June 24th. Well, okay. So I've got this friend who is incredible, and she has, back in November, offered me to move in with her and her family, and for multiple reasons, partly to help her out with, you know, here and there stuff with the kids and that sort of thing, and then also to kind of help me learn how to be more independent and, you know, get my own place and all of that, kind of like a halfway home almost between, you know, Mercy and then my own place. And you know, there were a few other reasons, but in any case, I've lived there since December, and originally Izzy, get out from behind the TV. Come on. Oh, good girl. You're so pretty. 4:30 in the morning. So yeah, I've been living there for a while. Oh, okay. So originally it was, going to be about 6 months. And, but at this point it's been a little over 6 months. And the only reason I'm still there is because I actually just signed a lease the other day, last week or so. And, so I'm moving on August 2nd. And so, they're amazing and letting me stay so I'm not going to be homeless for the next, month and a half. Or, I'm not going to have to live in my car or, move back in with my parents. Anyway, they're incredible friends. And I've made a lot of really, really amazing memories being at their house, and it's been an incredible, life-changing experience for sure. And, so, I've been doing that. Also, I kind of was convinced, partly decided, but mostly was convinced, to go back to school. So, I was in school this last spring semester and took a few classes, and I'm enrolled to take one of my classes this summer during the mini-mester, but the first mini-mester was canceled, and I'm really, really holding on to hope that the second mini-mester isn't canceled, because then it's going to cost... Izzy? Yeah. Because then it's going to cause this whole situation with financial aid, and it's a nightmare, and being an adult is really difficult. And then I'm taking a few classes, 4 classes actually, in the fall, assuming that this one class goes through. But anyway, yes, this class will go through, and then I'll take these 4 classes in the fall. And then, in December, I'll have my associates, which is incredible. General Associates of Arts. But then, I finally have a life goal. And, so applying to UTA, and I'm going to go there for a degree in public administration. So, bachelor's in public administration. I'm going to probably going to minor in human resources. And then, because that'll help me with my job with the city. And then I want to go and get my master's at UNT, also in public administration, and all of this to eventually become a city manager. Why do you want to be a city manager? I don't know, but I really, really, really love working for the city, and I really, really, really want to continue working for the city, and in that capacity, I would be able to, I can do a lot to help the city, not just, the residents of the, not necessarily the city of Hearst. I would love to work for the city of Hearst, but, there's, one city manager position, so there's a lot of cities in Texas, so who knows where I'll go. But in any case, I would love to be able to help the residents, and also I'd be able to help the employees of the city, and, I feel like the first thing I want to do is improve morale in a city, and you know what, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's back up. Okay, so school, that job, which I work at the recreation center in Hearst, and I do a lot of different things. I know that when the last time I blogged, and I don't know if I had actually mentioned this in either of I don't know if I've mentioned this in my blog at all. I was working for the city of Burleson, and I worked in the aquatic center for a while, and then I kind of worked up in admin for a little bit, which is like selling memberships and that sort of thing, and that's pretty much what I'm doing in Hearst. So I run the front desk with a couple of other people, and I check people in, and I sell memberships, and I register people for classes, and I give people tours of the city, or the facility, and I tell them about going-ons in the city and everything we have to offer, and I just get this really awesome one-on-one interaction with all of these different people, and 90%, 95% of the time it's really positive. The other 5% not so much, but the other 5% doesn't deter me from wanting to continue doing this. There's been a few different people specifically that I've had a really rough time with. Like, in fact, just the other day, this lady hung up on me because she said I was making her life very difficult because of how we do our aquatic membership, like, resident passes. And in reality, we're not making it difficult, we're actually making it really easy for them. But I explained to her, I'm sorry, man, I don't make the rules. If you would like, I can come up with a solution and you can come in, and it's just, you know what, it really doesn't matter. It didn't overwhelm me. It didn't frustrate me. It was just kind of, oh, she hung up. Okay. So I've got that job in school. And then I've also got a second job, which is RGIS, which you can Google it. There's all sorts of things on Google about it. But it's an inventory service. So while they have jobs at nights, I usually go in the mornings pretty early and to various stores in the Metroplex, and I count things. And I did like CarQuest, which is what it kept showing on our event schedule thing, but it's actually Advanced Auto Parts. I did that like 4 times in a row, and I was becoming not necessarily discouraged, but it's like, oh, why do I want to keep doing this? Yeah, it's money. Yeah, I need money, but oh my gosh, I can't count car parts anymore. And then, so not yesterday, the day before yesterday, we had a job at Michael's in Weatherford, which is like 40 minutes away, and I had to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was exhausting, and it was a long day. It was like 8 hours of counting, but it was so much fun. And I counted like $11,000 worth of airbrushing equipment, which I'm really into airbrushing right now, so that was awesome. And I was able to see all the cool new tools they have, and it's just a lot of fun. And then yesterday morning, I was at Winco in Fort Worth, and it's just a grocery store, and it was long and tedious and monotonous and 6.5 hours, but the 6.5 hours went by fast. And so I'm doing both of these jobs, and I'm so tired right now. Like the last 72 hours I've worked like 35 hours, and I've slept like 8 hours, and I'm exhausted, but once again I'm not overwhelmed. And it's crazy to me that I'm not overwhelmed, and I don't understand how I'm not overwhelmed. And my car, for the most part, is super reliable, and yeah, I'm having this issue right now, but it's not a big deal, and I'm pretty sure I know the problem, and I'm pretty sure I know how to fix it, but it's not even a nightmare I'm going to deal with in the next 10 minutes. What I am going to do in the next 10 minutes is I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to finish my coffee, and then I'm going to spend time in the Word. And you know what? Maybe that's it. No, not maybe. That is it. That's why I'm not being overwhelmed. Because for the past, since, you know what, I know how to find out. I know how to find out the date specifically, and then I can tell you exactly how long it's been. I know, I'll let you guys have in just a minute. Let's see. Completed plans. So okay. So since April 2nd, which is, I don't know how to go back and look for that, but April 2nd to June 24th, it's like almost 2 months, I've spent every single morning, even on the days when I've had to be in Plano at, 5 a.m., so I'm getting up at 2:30 a.m. to do it, I'm spending time in the Word. And I've read Luke and Acts and 1st and 2nd Thessalonians and Proverbs and Exodus, and right now I'm in Jeremiah, and I feel like there's another one that I'm missing, but anyway. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Anyway, I've spent time in the Word every single day. And I've never held on to any sort of, I guess, good habit like that for as long as this time. And I'm not necessarily proud of myself, but I'm grateful and I see the benefit of it, and it's rewarding, and I mean, once again, I'm not overwhelmed, and life is exhausting right now, but it's also not unbearable, and I'm in a really good place, and I'm adulting, and I'm making money, and I'm saving money here and there when I'm able to, although money keeps going away because of car situations, but that's also adulting, isn't it? And soon I'll, be living with strangers who I've only met one of them once, in a house that I've only been to once, with also 3 dogs who I've also only met once, but they seem really cool. We bonded pretty well. And, I'm going to be doing this thing on my own, and I don't understand how I'm going to be able to handle it. But I mean, no, I do understand how I'm going to be able to handle it, and it's because I'm going to be continuing to spend every single day in the Word of God, and I can do that, and I've got this, and it's almost cliche to say, but also it's somewhat blasphemous for me to say it's cliche, but God gives me strength, and I can do this, and it's just, how am I still here? But like in a good way, not like, why am I still alive? But like, wow, I'm still alive, and I'm doing this, and I'm not in a coma somewhere, and I've got this, and I mean, I don't even know what else to tell y'all. Living with my friends, signed a lease, 2 jobs, school, future job. So today, I work at the Rec Center from 6 to 11. And then I work at Brookside, which is a community center I think it's actually called a convention center. Yeah, it's the Brookside Convention Center. And I'm going to, I think it's a graduation party. I don't remember. I'll find out. But I work there from 1 to 6, and I'll just hang out in the office and like watch Star Wars and read and just hang out. Or maybe I'll take my laptop and I'll edit this. That's probably what I'll do. So I'll do that, and then I'll deal with the car situation, and then I'll sleep for a long time. Do you want to go outside? Don't hit the camera. Okay. Alright, let's go outside. Alright. This is my life right now. And, I know. And, I'll get this uploaded soon. Come on.